All right, well, I'm inside the indoor practice courts with Mark now. Mark, we're going to speak about the world number one, of course, the dominant force in the men's game right now, Novak Djokovic, and just what makes him so good and so consistent. He speaks a lot about his stretching and his flexibility to give him good movement on court. What do you think it is that is working so well?
I'd have to say everything.
Right.
When you're number one in the world and you're dominating tennis like he's doing in the past few years, at the same time when you have some of the best play of all time, Federer, Nadal, and Murray, and you're dominating the way he is, there's not one thing he's doing right. He's doing everything right. From his eating to his fitness to his mental side. I mean, there's no weaknesses in his game. There's no weaknesses in his mental side. He's just, in a best of 5-set match, literally unstoppable.
So the last person that we saw beat him in a slam was, of course, Stan Wawrinka in the French Open final last year. He now holds all four since then. What did Stan do so well in that match that he was able to come out on top?
Stan is a shot maker.
Yeah.
He literally played the best match of his career. He said that. In order to beat him, Novak, he went for his shots and they paid off. And he went for him for 5 sets. I mean, he's got the most beautiful single-handed backhand in the world. It's just gorgeous to watch. And he was literally hitting winners from everywhere. And it still wasn't kind of a straight set match. I mean, Novak hung in there and there were chances, but at the end he just said too good, and Novak did nothing wrong. But he just stepped up and took it to another level and just made those winners. He went for him and made him on that day, and he was the only guy to stop him.
So you have to go for it if you're playing Novak, but when you watch him and how he transports himself around the court, how is it different to some of the other guys like Rafa Nadal, for example, you've mentioned to me before? They hold themselves very differently on the court.
Yes, I mean, Nadal, one of the best movers of all time on the court. The guy's so strong, but when you're watching him play, you can see that he's physically working hard. I mean, he's out there, I mean, every point from the start to the end, he's an animal. He's out there, he's fierce. You just got to literally knock him dead. But when he's moving out wide, you can see he's moving out wide and his kind of head's moving sometimes and he's kind of everywhere in his body. But Djokovic always looks in control. His feet are always underneath him and his head's very stable. I'm not sure if you happen to watch him moving on the court, his head's kind of never going up and down. It's always very, very stable. Whereas Federer is exactly the same. But the flexibility that Djokovic has, moving out wide, getting there, hitting that forehand and still recovering. Same on the backhand side where it's normally winners. Not only is he getting him back, but he's going from defense into offense incredibly quickly on the court.
If you come up against Novak Djokovic across this fortnight of the Wimbledon Championships, you know how dominant he is, you know how well he's playing at the moment. What can you try and do when you walk on court alongside him to try and get an advantage?
Well, besides trying to trip him on the change of ends while he's walking, you have to, like I said, you have to take it to him. I see, for instance, Murray is just playing some great tennis, and then he's getting to the finals a lot of these events against him. And I feel like before he's getting there, he's being aggressive, and when he plays Djokovic, he's kind of waiting a little bit. And we all know the legs, I think if there's anyone that does anything better than Murray, it's Djokovic. He's another guy that takes defense into offense so incredibly quick. One of the best movers on the court, probably alongside Djokovic. But Djokovic just doesn't miss. He's just not going to miss, and especially in maybe in 3 sets. Maybe he'll lose maybe one bad point here or there, and you'll get a break and beat him in a best of 3. But a best of 5, he might lose focus for a game, but he's going to break back and get it back. And if he loses a set, he stays focused, and he knows he's going to come back. To beat him in a best of 5, you cannot sit back and wait for him to miss. You have to take it to him. You have to get to the net, do something different, get him off trying to get him off balance in some way, maybe attack his second serve, do something to let it, to keep him thinking, just to get him going.
Anything to take him off focus. He's never going to lose his focus enough to get tripped up, though, is he?
No,
he's the world number one.
Not like I said, not in a best of 5, but trying something's better than waiting for him to sit back and miss, because that's just not going to happen.
Well, he is the world number one for a reason. That's Novak Djokovic.